So I came back to see him a few weeks later, and by that time we were bombing in Afghanistan. I said, are we still going to war with Iraq? And he said, oh, it's worse than that. He said, he reached over on his desk, he picked up a piece of paper, and he said, I just got this down from upstairs, meaning the Secretary of Defense's office today, and he said, this is a memo that describes how we're going to take out 7 countries in 5 years, starting with Iraq and then Syria, Lebanon, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, and finishing off Iran.
De krant NRC Handelsblad doet nieuwe onthullingen over de afluisterpraktijken van de Amerikaanse inlichtingendienst NSA. Die zou wereldwijd computernetwerken hebben besmet. En zo wordt het afluisterschandaal groter en groter. Hoofdrolspeler in het afluisterschandaal is dus de NSA, een Amerikaanse inlichtingendienst die op ongekend grote schaal inlichtingen verzamelt. Onder meer door het onderscheppen van mails en telefoontjes. De afluisterpraktijken van de NSA komen aan het licht door klokkenluider Edward Snowden. Hij werkt voor de NSA en verzamelt een grote hoeveelheid geheime documenten. Die informatie speelt hij door aan de media. Uit de documenten blijkt dat de NSA niet alleen vijanden, maar ook vrienden van de VS afluistert. Zo wordt de mobiele telefoon van de Duitse bondskanselier Merkel getapt. En de NSA is ook in Nederland actief. In december vorig jaar onderschepte de inlichtingendienst 1,8 miljoen Nederlandse telefoongesprekken.
Does the NSA collect any type of data at all on millions or hundreds of millions of Americans?
No, sir.
It does not.
Not wittingly.
What I'm saying is that the Director of National Intelligence in March did directly lie to Congress, which is against the law. He said that they were not collecting any data on American citizens.
You're talking about James Clapper.
And it turns out they're collecting billions of data on phone calls every day. So it was a lie. What I'm saying is that by lying to Congress, which is against the law, he severely damaged the credibility of the entire Intelligence Committee.
We're going to keep increasing the pressure on the Assad regime and working with the Syrian opposition. The Prime Minister has been at the forefront of the international effort to push for a transition to a democratic Syria without Bashar Assad.
Reports have surfaced Friday suggesting that the CIA issued a secret assessment that Russian hackers attempted to influence the U.S. presidential election in Donald Trump's favor.
Казалось бы, в Америке действительно множество острых, действительно насущных проблем. От колоссального государственного долга до роста насилия с применением огнестрельного оружия и фактов полицейского произвола. И, наверное, в ходе выборов разговор должен был бы идти именно об этом, о других нерешенных проблемах. Но, видимо, сказать элите особенно нечего, нечем общество успокоить. Поэтому куда проще отвлечь внимание людей на российских так называемых хакеров, шпионов, агентов влияния и так далее и тому подобное. Я вот хочу задаться вопросом и вам этот вопрос задать. Неужели кто-то всерьез думает, что Россия может как-то повлиять на выбор американского народа? Америка что, это какая-то банановая страна, что ли? Америка – это великая держава. Если я не прав, поправьте меня, пожалуйста.
Can you say to the American people unequivocally that you did not get this information about the DNC, John Podesta's emails? Can you tell the American people 1,000% you did not get it from Russia or
Yes.
anybody associated with Russia?
We can say, we have said repeatedly over the last 2 months that our source is not the Russian government and it is not a state party.
Yeah, no, I mean Julian is right. It's not from Russia. There's no doubt about that. But it's not. Is it?
Who do you think leaked some of this information to WikiLeaks? Because I know you've gone on record to say that you had somebody in mind, or you thought you knew where it may have come from.
Yes, I know who the source is, and it is not a Russian source. It's an insider source. But it should be said, of course,
insider. Tell us more. I'm so sorry to it's such a serious subject. I just want to get a bit more on it. An insider to where? What?
I'm sorry if you forgive me if I don't go into much more detail, because obviously source protection.
Well, on the
is
Russian side or the American side?
But it's definitely on the American side. Sorry, no, that's plain. I mean, this is from a Washington insider. It's not from Russia.
Simple question. Does the president-elect accept the findings and the evidence of the intelligence community?
Well, I think he accepts the findings, Chris, but here's the thing that I think everyone needs to understand. When this whole thing started, it started from the Russians 50 years ago. In other words, this is something that's been going on in our elections for many, many years, both the Russians, the Chinese, the Iranians. It happens every election period. Now, in this particular case, it started way back in 2015 before either nominee of either party was chosen. And it started, and this is declassified, as a spear fishing expedition over many different institutions. It just so happened that the DNC had nearly no defenses on their system, and when they were warned multiple times by the FBI, they didn't respond. And so suddenly you have a major political party, one of the biggest political parties in the world, that by their own admission lacked defenses, lacked training, and allowed a foreign government into their entire email system without responding to the FBI.
Ik vind Trump gewoon een onbeschofte botte boer.
Mafklapper.
Heel gevaarlijk voor de wereldpolitiek. Gewoon een gevaar voor de rest van de wereld.
Trump is gewoon de grootste mafketel die er op dit moment in de wereld ongeveer rondloopt.